Hello, my name is Megan Radford. I am 22 years old and a current Granville County resident. I'm also a product of Granville County Public Schools. I went to West Oxford and C.G. Cradle for my elementary education, as well as J.F. Webb, where I graduated in 2017. After graduating high school, I went to East Carolina University, where I got degrees in speech and hearing sciences, as well as communication, focused in interpersonal and organizational comm. Currently, I am a student at NC Central to get my master's and become a speech language pathologist. So this is a very relevant opportunity to my coursework, to my clinical experience, to my passion of helping others, particularly children. And so it fits my long-term goals and the fact that it's going to give me more clinical experience, connections within the public school system, opportunity to learn and function in a school setting, as well as my short-term goals, which include providing financial support to stay in school, apply knowledge from classes that I'm in now, such as literacy or child language development, things like that. And I just think it's a wonderful fit for both parties, that I have skills to offer as well as experience to gain from this program. I know COVID has changed the way that the public school system functions. It has caused short staffing, stress, a lot of challenges. And so I want to preface this with the fact that I'm super patient and understanding of the situation and ultimately wanting to make a positive difference in the direction that it's headed. So if the principal was coming towards me and I wanted to tell him about my amazing day, but he seemed distracted, I would just tell him that things are going good, short and simple, and then try to table the conversation for later. And then maybe say, hey, maybe we can meet up and chat about the direction that things are going or things that I'm seeing, and share successes with you later, because I know that the principal might not mean it in a bad way, but they might have other things on their mind or responsibilities to attend to. Reading is a super complex task, which is why I think it's amazing to start at the foundation of matching letters to sounds. I know that this is super important for acquiring reading because you can't just start with a big word. Just as we acquire speech, we start with the individual phoneme. We know how to sound something out, and then we put a phoneme with another phoneme, and then we eventually build until it becomes a word. And then once we get the word, we can change the ending of it. So we can add ing, make it present progressive, or you can make it ed, make it past tense. Just as we figure out how to speak, figuring out how to attach meaning and phonemes to those letters will help children how to read. And so even if the child hasn't seen a particular word yet, knowing the patterns of how things should sound and how things should flow together is an excellent foundation for reading words. If I came into a classroom where the teacher's occupied helping an upset student while the rest of the class is talking and not engaged, I would first off offer support to the teacher, whether that meant taking over the role of supporting the upset student, or if it meant re-gearing the classroom or helping with more support such as a counselor or the principal to get more hands in the classroom. I would calm down the situation to the best of my ability and responsibility, and hopefully this would take no more than a few minutes so that I have a calm situation to pull my tutoring session from. And then as quickly and efficiently as possible, I would retrieve the materials from the teacher and begin my session. If I saw a student was disengaged with my lesson, I would take a break. First off, ask them if they're okay, check for any physical signs of anything upsetting them, just kind of check in. And then I would move to a different opportunity for a break. So depending on the child, that might look like a stretch break, maybe getting some water, talking about something different, playing for a second, just something to get that energy out and back going so that we can be productive for the rest of our session. Now, I would follow up with the teacher and or parent just to make sure everything's okay outside of my session, see if it's correlating, find the root of the problem, and hopefully try to prevent this in future sessions.